For our science lesson today, boys and girls, we are going to observe the fish in their aquarium or in their fish tank. There is a video that has the fish in their tank, and you can watch them and see what's in there. Observe them, it's called. That's what first grade does. They observe science. Then after you've watched that little video, then you're going to go to your yellow science notebook on organisms. It looks like this. It should have been in your yellow folder. And you go to the page that says Record Sheet 7-A. And it looks just like this. Now you don't have to write your name there because it's already on the front of your packet. But do write the date of when you do this. Remember, scientists always write the date so that when they look back, they know when they've done it. Now on the first side of this, it says to observe it and draw it. And then it says observe the two and draw them. So pick out some fish that are doing something, observe them and draw it, and write just a little bit on the bottom. What did you see? What did you see? And do it then. Watch two fish doing something, draw it in here and write it here. Simple sentences. It doesn't have to be real long. You're observing freshwater animals. These are not animals from the ocean. They're in fresh water. So you observe them. And the second page, or the next page after the fish page, is called Record Sheet 5-B. And it looks like a fish tank, sort of. And it says, this is your freshwater picture. So I want you to look at that video and see what are some of the things that are in an aquarium for freshwater fish that help them stay alive. I always start at the bottom. Of course, we see gravel there. Draw your little tiny pebbles in there. Those are for two different reasons. One, the waste from the fish goes down in the gravel, so it's not in their water. And then it's also for putting in the fake plants or putting in, all the little doodads that I have in the fish tank. So part of it is for the fish and part of it is for us. And then you can draw some of the, what I call doodads in there, like the no fishing sign or the little snail. You don't have to draw them all. The plants are not real that are in there, but I'd like you to draw one. The plants are there for a purpose. Of course, they look nice in the tank, but they also give the fish a place to hide. Some of the other things you'll see, there's a tube down in the back. That's for the fresh air to come into the water. It's aerator. It's a filter. It sucks up the dirty water, filters it through, and then puts out fresh oxygenated air so that the fish have a good time breathing. Then there's a little thermometer in there. There's also a little heater in there. Please draw those. The heater is to keep the water at a constant temperature for the fish. If it's too hot, they'll die. If it's too cold, they'll die. And then on the very top, of course, is the light. Now, the light is so that we can see it, but it is also fish eat when it's light. If I kept it dark in there all day, they wouldn't eat. So I have the lights on for about 4 hours a day, and during that time is when I feed them, and they eat because of the light. So you draw your little picture in there, date it so that you know when you did it. Now, there's one page left in here that we're going to do this year. The very last page in this booklet is observing the cockroaches, and we won't get to do that this year. But this is a Venn diagram. This goes along with science and our math. So these are the things plants need to live. And in this circle are the things animals need to live. And right here in the middle are things they both need in common. For instance, plants need air and animals need air. So you write the word air in between the two circles. Plants need soil and animals need to catch their own food. So you would put things that are with animals and plants and things that they have in common. Now, clean water, clean air, clean habitat, those are what both animals need. And then what the animals and the plants, I should say organisms, what both organisms need. Please do this page and date it when you do it. If you don't know how to spell the words and there's no one there to help you, draw a picture of it. You know how to draw a little watering can or a little drop of water, and you can draw it in there, and that will be just fine. The last page about the cockroaches we're not going to do. And then if you've done all the other pages, this is stapled together. This can be handed in to me. I'd love to see it and see how you're doing in your science. Try to get all your work in by that last Friday, May 29th, I think it is. Yes, after this week, there's only 4 days left. The church will be open. You can put it in my basket.